as you can see, this is the wig that I will be installing today. It is 26 inches body wave with a 13 by 6 frontal. I got this hair from my coworker. She has a vendor, and I can't really disclose the vendor because it's through her. So yeah, so we're gonna start with the bleaching process of the frontal. You want to put on gloves because the bleach will irritate your hands and can cause an allergic reaction if you're not careful. So you want to get a bowl and a spoon so you can put your BW2, which is the bleach, and the 40 volume developer, and you're going to mix that together inside of the bowl. You only want to use a spoonful because you don't want to use too much and then you have bleach and developer wasted. So make sure you measure with your eyes.
This is Earth Tone Music Productions.
Your frontal and you're going to turn the wig inside out, and when you turn it inside out, as you put the bleach on it, you're going to use the back of the spoon to spread it on the frontal. You don't want to do it too hard. You want to do it very lightly, or you're going to have over bleached knots, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about when this is finished. So as you can see, the bleaching part is finished, and you're gonna let it sit for 28 minutes. You also could do it for 20 minutes so that way you don't over bleach. And now you're gonna use your shimmer light conditioning shampoo. This takes out the brassiness from the knots, so that way it won't be too light or too dark for your skin. And the importance of this part is to make sure that the lace corresponds with your skin so it can look like it's coming from your scalp. So this is one of my favorite parts. You're going to get the silicone mix. You're going to thoroughly put this on the wig, through the hair, comb it through everything. Because this is what makes your wig look shiny as heck, okay? So you're gonna let this silicone mix literally sit on for 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. You don't have to put it on for that long. And then when it's finished sitting, you're gonna wring it out. So for those of you that don't have a wig head, I really prefer that you get you a wig head, whether it's from Amazon or the beauty supply store, which is like $1. So what you're going to do when you get your wig head is you're going to put a white towel over it. I learned this from Arrogante. For those of you that know, you know. So you're going to get the white towel, and the purpose of this is so when you're plucking your knots, you can see how natural your hairline is. And also to see how much you are plucking, because you don't want to be plucking too much and then you have a receding hairline like LeBron James. We don't need that, ladies. So what I would like to do is I like to part the hair to see how natural it's going to look on myself. And also, those of you that are probably like, why is it orange? It's orange because I decided to run out and go get more bleach, and I didn't need more bleach. So never do that. Make sure you watch the frontal when it is bleaching, okay? Because you don't want this. But I'm going to show you how to change that. So you're going to take out a little bit of hairs from the front, which is the hairline that you're supposedly supposed to have. And you're just going to use the tweezers, and you're going to keep the tweezers closed. And what I mean by closed is you're going to keep that space very tiny, because this plucking part has to be very precise, because you don't want any holes in your frontal and you don't want to be plucking too hard. So as you're plucking, as you can see, I just pulled the hair back to make sure. I will do another video on this because this part is very hard. It was challenging to me when I first started plucking hair. Okay, so I got y'all, ladies. as you can see, as I comb the hairs back, you can see how the hairline just looks natural. Like it's not hair clumped up or anything. Now those hairs that you have combed out, you're gonna pluck that because you don't want your edges to be looking like bushes sitting on my forehead.
This is Earth Tone Music Productions.
As you can see, I got my Meek Millies in, and I got my Grow Me hair serum. Yes, make sure you check out the Reorg collection. The link will be down below in the description. The most important part of this part is to make sure that your hair underneath the wig is maintained, that it is locked in with moisture, or your hair will fall out for so much dryness, and you'll just be itching your wig consistently, messing up this fresh wig install that you done did. And we're gonna push back our own edges so that way no glue can get on our edges and it rips out our edges. Now you're gonna get your wig cap. Make sure you get this shade of the wig cap, which is natural beige, because it has to blend in. So you're gonna put it on. As you can see, I put it over my eyes and my ears. This is just to get that flat surface of the wig cap.
This is Earth Tone Music Productions.
Now you're gonna get your wig glue. I use Bold Hold Active because I sweat a lot when I sleep and I go to work and everything. So that's why I use Bold Hold Active. I didn't show it, but it's definitely down in the description, so you can go purchase that yourself. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna apply that glue 2 inches below your hairline, because you don't want to put it on your hairline because your edges is there, and like I said, you don't want to be taking off your wig and you have no edges. So I usually apply 3 layers of this glue, but today we're just gonna put 2 layers and another layer of Got To Be glue. So you're gonna blow dry that so it can dry. Now you're going to get your Got To Be glue. You're going to spray it according to the hairline that you've done created with the glue. You're going to put that right on there. And this is just to secure the wig cap so that way the wig cap don't slide back when you put the wig on. So now you're going to apply your foundation or your concealer. I use concealer according to my skin complexion, and this is to make your hair look like scalp. So this is why you have to be very careful when you're cutting this wig cap, because you don't want to accidentally cut your skin or anything like that. So what you're going to do is you're just going to cut according to that new hairline that you have created with your glue. And you're just gonna go along the line that you've created with the glue. But to avoid cutting your skin, you actually want to pull the wig cap away from your forehead just a little bit. Not to the point where you're pulling the glue off your head, because you don't want to do that. You just want to pull that excess wig cap off.
Productions.
So to clear off that excess glue from the wig cap, you want to clear it off with witch hazel. I stopped using alcohol because I was getting an allergic reaction, and it's weird that I was getting an allergic reaction from alcohol. But witch hazel is the safest way to go. No more alcohol. Now, ladies, y'all see those end parts of the wig cap, like the sides? You want to make sure that that is secure at all times, because once that start lifting up, your wig or your frontal will be lifting up, and that is the most annoying part. Now that your wig is all refreshed and rejuvenated, you want to take this wax stick and your hot comb. These are the key essential things to installing a wig. You want to use the wax stick to pull back any excess hairs before you start gluing down your frontal. Because if you don't pull back those excess hairs and hot comb it back, as you're gluing your frontal down, you will see that the hair and the glues are combined together, and it will be looking disgusting.
Music Productions.
Now, once you finish doing that, you want to pull back that frontal before you start applying the wig glue. Now, as you start applying the wig glue, oh gosh, you want to apply it an inch below the wig cap, just how you did it before when you was applying this wig cap on your head. You're going to follow that same step. You're going to spread it out on the wig cap, but not directly on it. It's going to be on the wig cap and on your actual skin. So yeah, see how I'm spreading it out? You have to spread it out just like that, evenly, and make sure that it's enough glue on there. Not too much, but enough, so that way your wig stays. And also, the tool that you can use a popsicle stick, you can use a comb, like the rat tail comb, so that way it can be easier for you to apply it. When the wig dry, you don't want it to dry completely. You want it to be tacky, so that way the wig can sit in place. And you're going to use your comb to just rub the frontal according to that hairline, imaginary hairline you've created, and make sure that it is intact properly. So as you can see, the glue wasn't all the way tacky, so I had to go back in with some Got2b glue. I'm telling you, this Got2b glue is going to be your best friend when you start applying your own wig.
This is Earth Tone Music Productions.
So now you're going to take the blow dryer and you're going to do that step that I told you to do, which is rubbing the comb onto the frontal so it can blend in with the glue, so that the glue can dry. Now, y'all see this black thing here? This is called an elastic band. This is your other best friend when you have on a wig, because this keeps the frontal in place and it keeps it from lifting up. Now we're going to move on to the next step, which is creating the part you want, getting the look that you want, to see if your wig actually looks like scalp. So I'm parting it, and like I told y'all before in the beginning, my knots were over bleached, so I'm going to show y'all a little trick that you can do if you accidentally over bleach your knots. Now that we have got the part that we want, we're going to take this Tresemme root touch up, and we're going to put the comb in the part, right? Make sure y'all paying attention. Put the comb on the part and spray it on the brassy knots. So you want to keep that comb in place, because that comb is going to give you that part and make it look like scalp, make it look like something. Like it's your scalp. Like you done parted your hair by yourself. So now that you have got the part that you want, you're going to take your wax stick and your hot comb, and you're going to use that hot comb to make your hairs flat.
This is Earth Tone Music Productions.
And then I went back in with my tweezers just to clean up the part to make sure that there wasn't any hairs that needed to be plucked from the part. So I slowed this part down just so you can see the definition of scalp of a part. And this is what you do. Now you're going to take that elastic band off because your frontal should be melted by now. And I like to go over my frontal with my concealer. You don't have to do this. This is an unnecessary part. I just like to do this for security. And then you're going to get your wax stick, of course, and your hot comb. You're going to push back those hairs because now you're about to start cutting the lace off.
Productions.
So the same way you was cutting that wig cap off is the same way you're going to cut this lace off. But you're going to do it by section by section. So you're going to start with the middle and then the sides. And every step in a wig install is repetitive. But when you're doing this step, you want to make sure that you are not cutting too much of the lace to the point where your wig cap is showing. Because your wig cap have to blend underneath that lace.
This is Earth Tone Music Productions.
As you're cutting the lace off, you also don't want to do it in a straight line. You want to do it in a zigzag motion.
This is Earth Tone Music Productions. This is Earth Tone Music Productions.
Now when you're doing this, you have to pay close attention to what you're doing because you're going to comb down the extra hairs which is connected to that lace, and you're going to cut that off because it's not needed because your ears are there. So what's the point of having that extra lace in here?
This is Earth Tone Music Productions.
After you have removed that lace, you're going to take the Got To Be Instant Hold and you're going to apply that directly on the lace. This is for extra security because this lace is not supposed to be looking like lace. It's supposed to be looking like your skin. Now you're going to go back in with your second best friend to hold that lace in place. After I took it off, you can see that it is laid down, and I have started the baby hair process, but I'm going to show you on the other side how to do baby hairs. So you're going to comb out some hairs. You don't want to comb out too much. Like I said, it do not want to be looking like bushes on your forehead. You're going to take out a little bit of hairs. Then you're going to take your scissors and you want to cut it in a diagonal way because you don't want to do it straight and then it just be looking like nothing. It has to be diagonal so it can look like layers. So I use the black Got To Be glue bottle as my sort of edge control. And you could also use edge control for this too, but I prefer the Got To Be glue in the black bottle, because this is how you're going to mold your edges. Some people use mousse. Mousse also works, but I just feel like it doesn't hold my baby hairs in place.
This is Earth Tone Music Productions.
So we're going to do the same thing for the sides. I like that dramatic baby hair look. I like my swoops, so y'all about to see how I do this part.
This is Earth Tone Music Productions.
Then you go in with that Got To Be glue spray and spray it on the front of the hairs, not on the lace, on the front of the hairs. And you're going to take the hot comb and comb that back. This is going to give you life, honey. And this is how you install a frontal wig. I hope you guys loved it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.